Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Nidhi, a corporate trainer, NLP coach and a sound therapist. Until recently, I used to be a proud Singapore girl. Well, yes, I used to fly with Singapore Airlines, one of the best airlines in the world. I flew with the airline for 10 years, 5 years as a non-ranking crew, got promoted to a leading stewardess, was there in that role for another 5 years. I also used to be a trainer with Singapore Airlines for almost about 6 years. And here I am today to share my experiences, my tips with all of you, because what better use can I have with all that experience but to share it with you guys. And if being a cabin crew is your dream, I can help you to make it into a reality. You're watching my series on how to become a cabin crew. So guys, we are talking about the interview day. As usual, I get really excited whenever I talk about the interview day. I'm going to tell you the do's and don'ts of what is the most important thing when it comes to the interview. Yes, I'm talking about communication. Well, that's what cabin crew's job is all about. Communicate, talk. We talk so much. Do you guys know how a Singapore Airlines crew actually tells its colleague as to how we should, or when is the right time to give out hot towels? We actually did this. Yeah, I know, it's kind of funny. I didn't know what it meant when I first started off. When somebody did this to me and I went like, yeah, you want to take a break from work? Really? Right now? We're boarding passengers. And then he goes like, no, duh. This team is supposed to give towels to our passengers. And I was like, oh, wow. So yes, there's a lot of communication that happens on the flight. Most of it is non-verbal, a lot of it is verbal, and that's exactly what I want to talk to you guys about today. I'm going to be talking about the do's and don'ts of the verbal and non-verbal communication on the day of the interview. So let's get going. Alright, let's get started with the non-verbal communication. What is non-verbal communication? As we all know, it's the way we communicate with our body, the way we use our gestures, without even talking, the way we use our hands, our face. All that basically is all about non-verbal communication. So I'm going to talk about the do's and the don'ts. Smile. You have to smile. And what you don't do throughout the interview is frown or get these lines on your face, or like get worried or upset or frustrated about something. I mean, it's going to be a long day, trust me. But all you need to do is just keep up that smile. So one smile and then accompany it with a greeting. Especially when you meet your interviewers or when you meet a colleague or you're trying to extend a conversation with someone. Apart from just greeting, have a handshake because it's a way of building rapport. Be firm. Don't just shake hands like this or don't just shake hands like this, Have a firm handshake. A firm handshake is always like this. Have a firm handshake goes to show that you're actually interested in the conversation that the person is about to have. Because believe me or not, one thing that you definitely want to do on the day of the interview is make friends. You have to carry yourself well. You have to carry yourself with confidence at all times. When you approach someone, when you talk to someone, even when you walk into that room, you have to display confidence. What you can't be showing is being jittery or being nervous or do actions like this or actions like this, because then it goes to show that you're not confident. Carry yourself well. For example, when you're standing, you must be in a position when you're just relaxed. Put your hands by the side or you can put them in the front. What is not to be done is putting your hands like this or standing like this. This is what is not called the professional way of standing. So don't cross your hands because it goes to show that you're not interested in talking to somebody. Avoid putting hands in your pocket like this, and when you're standing, don't like shrug your shoulders, because when you put your hands in your pocket, your shoulders tend to go on their own. So at all points when you're standing or when you're talking to somebody, just put your hands by the side, or if you feel more comfortable, just put your hands in the front and then talk to people. Or when you're sitting, for example, for female, you can always cross your leg and put your hand on top of it, or you can put your hand right here on top of your knees, but don't sit like this with your legs apart, or don't even sit like this, or don't even sit like this. It goes to show that you're not professional, you're not confident. So sit in a proper posture, an appropriate posture, and for guys, just again sit relaxed. You can keep your legs apart, or if you want, you feel comfortable, you can always cross your legs at the same time. Just at all times, make sure that whatever you do, you display a positive body language. And that brings to a very important point, which is being in someone's space. When you're talking to someone, always give them at least one hand a part of the space. Don't go too close to them, don't go too far away to them. Don't try and talk to someone from behind. Again, another thing that a lot of people tend to do. Always talk to people by facing them. What you must not do is slouch. When you're sitting, don't slouch in your chair like this. What you need to be seen doing is sitting straight at all times. Very, very important. It goes to show that you're focused, you're attentive, you're rested well the night before, and you're ready for the interview. So as exhausted as you might be, don't do this, guys. Okay? At any time, it's a no-no. Eye contact. Eye contact is very, very important. Whenever you're talking to somebody, keep that smile up and always have that eye contact. When I mean eye contact, does not mean you have to be staring into someone's eyes like this throughout. You're allowed to blink, you're allowed to have your natural gesture, you're allowed to look up or look down, or have your natural movement of your eye. But then what you're not seen to be doing is talking to someone like this. When they're trying to talk to you, you're just trying to do your own things. Or for that matter of fact, a lot of people don't even realize that, when someone says something sarcastic, or if someone says something that you're not ready to hear, or it's not in the favor of your opinion, a lot of people tend to roll their eyes and go like. So don't do all this. If you need to touch up, excuse yourself, go to the toilet or go to a corner, and that's when you touch up. You do not touch up in public. The other thing that I want to talk about is, especially when you're eating, or when you're talking to somebody, or when you're yawning, please put that hand on your mouth, okay? Don't go like, oh, I'm so tired. And please, I see a lot of people, and you don't even realize at times, or you stop playing with your body, stop playing with your nails. Sometimes you don't even realize, but you might be chewing your nails or chewing your lips. Avoid doing all of these, because these are signs of you not being confident and displays a negative body language. Last thing that I want to mention in terms of body language is be human. A lot of times, people, when they go to an interview, they act as robots, because what we do is we go through a stipulated guideline, something like what I'm sharing with you right now, and then people just tend to stick to it, which you shouldn't. Be spontaneous, be natural, be yourself. Right, guys, so this brings us to the end of our non-verbal communication, and now I want to talk about the verbal part of the communication. And of course, I'm going to be sharing with you again the do's and the don'ts, so let's get started. Okay, first and foremost, when it comes to communication, be polite. Be polite to any and everyone that you meet, not just on the day, but I tend to think every time. You should be polite to everyone. There is no reason why you should be rude to anyone. Whenever you meet someone, yes, smile, but always greet them. It's very important to use the right greeting. At least say hello, good morning, good afternoon, whatever the time of the day is. Don't just walk past by a person making them feel that they don't exist. Talk to people, because that's what a cabin crew's job is all about, talking. So make friends. And trust me, when you're doing that, people are watching you, because that's what they want you to do up in the air. They want you to be able to communicate with people at ease. I understand that some people tend to be shy, some people don't open up so easily, but then make an effort. At least make an effort to have a small talk. And that small talk could be about the interview itself, and you never know, you might just gain some information. When you're communicating with people, use proper sentences, please. I know a lot of our native languages sometimes have our own lingos and our own jargons, but please avoid using them. Please use English, because that is the first language that we're supposed to use at all times, so avoid using your mother tongue. Also remember, especially when you're part of the public speaking or when you're doing your group assessments, be approachable. So these are the qualities in terms of communication that you want to have. Be assertive, but at the same time, don't be passive or aggressive about anything. You are entitled to your opinion, but it does not mean that you have to prove something right or wrong on the day of the interview. Always remember these 4 words, guys. Sorry, please, thank you, and excuse me. And please use these 4 words throughout the day of the interview and throughout your life as a cabin crew. They really go a long way. You will be using these 4 words a lot. So get used to it. Get used to saying all of these words and doing the right things, not just on the day of the interview, but start doing this even before the day of the interview while you're preparing yourself. And I'm pretty sure you all will get selected. And of course, when you get selected, carry on doing this throughout, even in your career as a cabin crew. I want to specifically say this to all of you who are watching this video, that my videos are not meant specifically for female or male cabin crew. They're universal. The things that I talk about are valid for both male and female cabin crew. If there is anything in particular or anything that I want to specify, I always mention that this is for a female cabin crew and this is for a male cabin crew. So that's it for me today. I really hope you enjoyed the video and I was able to share some good tips with you. Stay tuned, keep watching, please like the video and do subscribe to my channel. Love you!